it seems like DAZN may be doing some, how you guys call it, box office pay-per-view type of events. Do you think that maybe that would help entice Canelo? Because obviously he just made major money fighting on pay-per-view, competing against UFC in one of the top cards, and still did better numbers than the UFC that night. Do you think that maybe a DAZN pay-per-view would help entice to bring Canelo back for those?
I mean, look, he was making a lot of money off pay-per-view as well. I think the whole pay-per-view argument, I think pay-per-view is in a terrible, terrible place. I think pay-per-view will always exist for the right fights and the big stars. But there's too many fights on pay-per-view. You go back to Crawford-Porter, what was that, 135,000 buys?
Yeah.
Catastrophic. And by the way, two great fighters, a brilliant fight. And this isn't me hating on fights, I'm just talking reality. Gervonta Davis against Isaac Cruz on Sunday. What does it do? 100,000? Less? I mean, no, Cruz
been doing 200 plus.
Yeah, but I mean, that last time out, you talked about against Leo Santa Cruz, you know, a household name.
Well,
Barrios was a world champion, you know. But,
regular title.
Okay, well, you've gone back on your word, you know. And then Isaac Cruz, who listen, he's tough and game, but it's not that it's a bad fight. It's coming off the back of. This is the problem. You got Crawford Porter comes 2 weeks after 700,000 buys or 6 or whatever it was, Canelo Alvarez, and then after the 130 pay-per-view, 2 weeks later, you've got Gervonta Davis against someone no one's ever heard of because he's not, but he's a good fighter, Cruz. But let's be honest, no one's ever heard of him, right? And then next week you've got Jake Paul against Tommy Fury,
2 weeks later,
and then 2 weeks after that, you've got Charles Martin against Luis Ortiz. What the fuck's going on? Do you know what I mean? So, but the problem is with pay-per-view is that it's not it's the successive. You guys, you're Americans, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How do you do it? What do you do? Do you all work on the fucking stock market?
We have fight parties.
I
Everyone
know,
chip in $5.
I know.
Yeah.
But you must. Yeah, you must do. But
We go in debt.
Or you
Listen.
start streaming, you go to those streaming sites.
listen, I'm not commenting on that. But listen, yeah. But what I'm saying is if I did that in England, we get killed, right? That's the problem. Consistently, listen. It's amazing for DAZN. Because a DAZN customer is saying, well, actually, this is much better value than buying these individual pay-per-views. And in answer to your question about pay-per-view, I think the DAZN pay-per-view discussion is just potentially having functionality to do it for specific fights. Sometimes a fight will come along that maybe the model of subscription does not work, right? Could be AJ against Tyson Fury in the UK. You can't put that on DAZN UK. Has to sit as a pay-per-view. So having the functionality to do pay-per-view makes them very powerful.
Eddie, last
Thanks,
thing for
Eddie.
me, I gotta ask. I heard Teofimo Lopez Sr. reached out to you.
Yeah, many times.
After the fight.
Many times.
Just your thoughts on that, your thoughts on the comments of 10-2, your thoughts on they should have stuck with Top Rank and not went to DAZN, even though
We saved them.
Even
we
though
saved them.
you paid the most money.
Yeah, I mean, look, we had a great relationship with them both. We treated them with nothing but respect. They were brilliant, by the way. The way they helped us with a promotion, they did everything that was asked. They told me before, thank you so much, you guys are the best. Oh, DAZN, Matchroom. They got beat and they should never have boxed on DAZN. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And he called me and he messaged me saying, I can't believe what you did. This is after the fight. And I just went back to him, I said, mate, we treated you with utmost respect, right? Watch the fight back. Look at people's comments who thought, you lost the fight, fair and square. Dust yourself down, come again. Teofimo is a warrior, he's a tremendous fighter, he's a good guy, and I like Teofimo's dad as well. But I don't hold it against him because it's emotions, it's family. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you behave irrationally when the emotions go out of control. He'll be back, he's a great fighter.
But if you go back and see the knockdown, you'll super slow-mo it, and you'll actually see Eddie Hearn jump in the ring.
Wow.
As it, so.
But it was,
maybe you were responsible, Eddie.
No, yeah. But I'll tell you what, because I couldn't believe, I was watching that first round going, it's over. He's going to stop him in the first round.
I was kidding about it. I was saying you got in the ring.
No, but what I did do...
He wants us to cut it, so I got to cut you.
Yeah,
My last question is, how probable is it for Lou DiBella to leverage Kambosos for a network deal? I was speaking to him on my show yesterday, and that's all he's talking about. He's like, why can't DAZN open the floodgates? I don't want to talk to Eddie. I want to talk straight to DAZN. I want to talk straight to Showtime, straight to Fox. Is Kambosos valuable enough for any network to give him a few dates?
He's brilliant. But it's not about giving Lou DiBella dates. It's about getting, it's about the right options for George Kambosos. Now, unfortunately, people have network deals, and therefore there's no additional dates available. So DAZN aren't looking to suddenly do 3 more shows a year. They've got to deal with Golden Boy and they've got to deal with Matchroom. Now, if you want to fight on DAZN, you have to go with one of those promoters. If you want to fight on Showtime or on Fox particularly, you'd have to go with PBC. If you want to go on ESPN, you have to go with Top Rank. So it's not that George Kambosos isn't worth a network deal. Of course he is. But certain promoters hold the dates. So no network at the moment, in my opinion, is going to come on and invest in 3 or 4 more dates for a fighter. Not just George, anyone. You know? So, look, but Lou knows what he's doing. Lou's very good at what he does, and he's in a great position. He's going to make a huge amount of money, and he's got a great fighter. Hopefully, he decides Devin Haney is the right route for him, and it's going to come down to what George Kambosos wants.
He
That's the most
specifically
important.
said his friends at PBC, and I said, friends
Yeah,
now,
really,
Lou?
yeah,
And we
yeah.
laughed.
Yeah.
So he said, yeah, communications are back open. Do you believe Tank and Mayweather team take a Kambosos fight?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
But listen, the fighter's the boss, right? It's going to come down to what George Kambosos wants. He's earned the right to call the shots, and hopefully he chooses the undisputed fight with Devin Haney if he gets through on Saturday.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ed.